The term Bòchdan is a general Gaelic name for terrifying objects seen at night and taken to be supernatural. Bugbears, ghosts, apparitions, goblins, etc., in all their variety. Any object indistinctly seen may prove a hobgoblin of this kind. It may be merely a neighbor playing pranks, a stray dog, a bush waving and sighing in the night wind. Sometimes the Bòchdan, or terrifying object, causes fright by its mere appearance, sometimes by the noises it makes and sometimes by its silence. In appearance, it is commonly a man or woman moving silently past and not speaking till spoken to, if even then. But it has also been encountered as a black dog that accompanies the traveler part of his way, as a headless body, a particularly dangerous form of ghost, as a goat, or simply a dark moving object. At other times it is terrific from having a chain clanking after it, from its whistling with unearthly loudness, by horrible and blood-freezing cries and sounds of throttling, and sometimes it makes its presence known only by faint and hardly audible sounds. In fact, the number and variety of things by which superstitious terror may be awakened at night are countless. In most cases, the Baucan is deemed the precursor of a sudden or violent death to occur at the place where it is seen or heard. It is remembered after the event that an unaccountable light was seen there at night, or a horse had become uneasy and could not be induced by its rider to pass, or something extraordinary had been observed, which the popular imagination connects with the subsequent event. At other times, the Bòchdan is the spirit of the dead revisiting the earth, that it may be spoken to and unburden itself of some secret that disturbs its rest. Sometimes it is an evil spirit on some message of darkness, and sometimes merely a sound or indistinct object by which the wayfarer is frightened, but of which he is unable to give any lucid description. Fright is destructive of curiosity, and a person ready to faint with terror cannot be expected to be critical in their observations, nor afterwards coherent in their statements. Besides, vagueness or indistinctness as to the cause tends to render fear more frantic. If the observer had a distinct view of the object of their alarm and knew exactly what it was, even though it were a spirit of darkness, their terror would be less. It is ignorance of its own cause that gives terror its wildest forms. A ghost or apparition seen in the daytime, if that were possible, would not be at all so dreadful. It may be said that every Highland village has near it a locality where a ghost or Bòchdan is or was to be seen. A favourite haunt for these unearthly visitants is by the fords of rivers, where generally bridges have been built in modern times, near churchyards, on dark moors and in hollows, or rather at the top of the ascent from hollows, traversed by the public road. It is a noticeable feature in ghost stories that it is principally to those travelling alone and not accustomed to walk the night that ghosts are visible. They have been seen in houses and even in towns, but ordinarily they affect lonely places where naturally we are more apt to be timorous. The Black Shore, as it is called, that is the shore below the line or roll of seaweed thrown up by the tide, is, according to Highland belief, an asylum from all kinds of supernatural beings that haunt the night, fairies, ghosts, or evil spirits. When about to encounter a Bòchdan, the dirk should be partly drawn from its sheath, otherwise it will prove impossible during the encounter to draw the weapon. In the event of the evil spirit asking its name, it should not be called by its proper name, a dirk, but my grandmother's sister, or by some similar title. This prevents enchantments being laid upon it to render it useless. Evil spirits cannot bear the touch of cold steel. Iron, or preferably steel in any form, is a protection, though it is not obvious how or why against the fairies an iron ring on the point of a staff is as good as a sword. The best protection is a circle drawn round oneself on the ground with the point of a sapling or dirk, saying a simple prayer. All the spirits that infest the night may dash in fury against this circle, but they can no more pass it than the most threatening waves of the sea the rocks that form their appointed bounds.